is cooking. In my head, they count to me, they understand, they talk to me. You got your rules in your religion, all designed to keep you safe. But when rules start getting broken, you start questioning your faith. I have a voice that is my savior.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the WWE Wrestling Talk Show with Reese Rock Jones and now that Raw has given us such a bizarre, crazy name for a pay-per-view, and that's past, we go back to the land of normal pay-per-views when SmackDown presents WWE Battleground.
Oh yeah, it comes at you this Sunday.
This pay-per-view will mark the 1 year anniversary to the brand split. How
Yes.
time flies.
Yes, how quick time does fly.
But before we get into the matches, I want to make a special announcement.
Okay.
As people who have watched the news recently and keep up to date with WWE, Shane McMahon was involved in a tiny bit of an incident over the past few days.
Yes, he was. He was involved in the kind of helicopter.
I suppose we shouldn't be surprised from someone who jumps off the top of Hell in a Cells and God knows what else.
You won't be surprised. Thankfully, Shane is A-OK.
And he will be at Battleground this Sunday.
Excellent. Let's hear.
But now onto the card.
Which sounds like this.
First of all, as always, there will be a pre-show match taking place between the Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger,
10.
and the former member of the Von Villains, Aiden English.
I can see the kind of Dillinger.
I say Ty Dillinger despite the fact nobody really cares.
Anyway, on to the main card.
The main card goes as follows. Following their rivalry getting a tiny bit more personal, shall we say, at Money in the Bank, Jinder Mahal will once again defend the WWE Championship against Randy Orton. However, this time it will be in a match we have not seen in 10 years, and that is a Punjabi prison match. What is a Punjabi prison match? I hear some people asking.
What is it? Well, we will explain.
Basically put, you have two bamboo structures lowered over the ring. The inner structure has 4 doors around it, and you have to escape one of those doors but it's timed. Once it's opened and once it's closed again, it can't be opened. So if you don't make it through one of those doors, then you have to climb to get over and out of the ring. Once you're outside of the ring, however, you have to climb and get over a much taller structure, and in a similar way to a steel cage match, the first person to hit the floor on the other side of the taller structure will win. With a bit of luck, this match will nullify the effect that the Sin Brothers have had in recent title matches. But you never know. Next, we move on to another match which has gotten a bit personal over the past few weeks, when the Usos will defend the SmackDown Tag Team Championships against the longest reigning Raw Tag Team Champions, The New Day. This is a tough one to call. The Usos are an effective team. The New Day hasn't done that much since they lost the tag team titles on Raw. And whilst I wouldn't be surprised seeing the New Day as tag team champions one day in the future, it might be slightly more effective if this title change takes place at the biggest party of the summer, SummerSlam. And of course, New Day does have the man advantage.
Yeah, we do.
Our next match is yet again personal. Seems to be the order of business at Battleground. On the July the 4th episode of SmackDown, we saw the return of John Cena to WWE TV, making his first appearance since WrestleMania. He basically came out to the ring saying what makes America great, because after all it was Independence Day, only to be interrupted by the also returning Bulgarian brute Rusev. And let's just say that Rusev was none too happy that such a big deal had been made over John Cena coming back, and that nothing had been made about him coming back. So a war of words took place, which eventually led to a challenge for a match at Battleground, which was accepted. However, this will not be any ordinary match. This will be a flag match. Yet another match we haven't seen in WWE in quite some time. A flag match is basically a match where anything goes. The two superstars will have their representative nation flag hanging up in each corner. So the Cena will have the American flag in one corner, and Rusev will have the Bulgarian flag in the other corner. The first superstar who is able to retrieve their flag will win the match. This one is a tough match to call as well, because Cena is not always around. I seem to remember him once criticizing me for that.
Yeah.
And Rusev does actually have potential to be a well, not necessarily main event, but high class mid-card talent. Next, we move on to some women's action. this will be a fatal 5-way elimination match to determine the number 1 contender for the SmackDown Women's Championship at SummerSlam, or as I like to refer to it, with Naomi with the championship, the WWE Glow Championship.
Yes.
Since Naomi has customized the title even more than a normal champion does. In this match we have Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Natalya, Tamina, and Lana.
Oh.
The one thing I would not like to see is have Rusev win and Lana win.
Oh no, that would be
Interesting, I think is the word. But the fact that Lana's had, what, 3 or 4 women's championship matches already, I think pretty much rules her out of this match. Becky Lynch has more or less been hovering ever since she lost the SmackDown Women's Championship to Alexa Bliss at the end of last year. Tamina's been out with injury, so that's a possibility. I get the feeling that these days Natalya is basically there in order to help the younger women.
Yeah.
And then we have her queen, Charlotte Flair. If I had to take it down to 3 possibilities, I would say Charlotte, Becky, or Tamina. Possibly in that order as well. Our next contest has been building up since Money in the Bank as well. And these two guys just do not like each other. They were supposed to have a match a few weeks ago on SmackDown, but that never got started. And we are referring to the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Mr. Money in the Bank, Baron Corbin. Now, who do you choose to win this match and build? You want to have Mr. Money in the Bank look strong, but also Nakamura, you want to have him shine, although to be fair he hasn't really done too much since being added to the main roster. It's a bit of an iffy one. I could say Nakamura because I like to see the faces win, but then again, if faces win all the time, it wouldn't be too much fun to watch. In any event, the next match has a long story behind it. And this is a United States Championship match between AJ Styles and Kevin Owens. Now, to go back a few months, this rivalry began heading into Backlash
Yeah.
when Kevin Owens won that match because AJ Styles got his foot caught up in the wires of the announce table. It was put on hold, shall we say, for the Money in the Bank ladder match because both superstars were in that. But following that, we had Kevin Owens bring back the United States Championship Open Challenge. Only this time he said you had to be from that town where the show was, after AJ Styles attempted to answer the challenge, but then had Chad Gable answer it. A week after that, we had a Independence Day Battle Royal to determine the number one contender for the United States Championship. AJ Styles had to originally defeat Chad Gable in what was an epic match to qualify, but eventually eliminated Sami Zayn to qualify for the battle, to win the Battle Royal, I should say, not qualify. So, we had the match built as Kevin Owens defending the championship against AJ Styles at Battleground. However, in a rarity in WWE these days, at a live show in the most famous arena in the world, Madison Square Garden, we had AJ Styles going against Kevin Owens for the United States Championship, and we had a title change. Which means that this match is now being built as AJ Styles defending the championship against Kevin Owens. What I hope doesn't happen, and from what I could possibly see them doing, but I hope they don't, is have Kevin Owens win it back at Battleground and then go on to lose it again at SummerSlam. What I would like to see happen is to AJ Styles to win this match, and then they do some kind of AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura match at SummerSlam, which would probably draw crowds because we know how popular they've been in Japan. And now, before we head off, we have a late addition to the match card, which features Sami Zayn going up against the Power of Love in Mike Kanellis, who will be accompanied by his real-life wife, Maria Kanellis, who of course is well known to WWE.
Yeah.
But let's see why this match is taking place.
Yes.
On the June 27th episode of SmackDown, Maria and Mike were doing a Power of Love promo on the Titantron, on the stage I should say, when they were interrupted by Sami Zayn's music, who was coming out for a match against Baron Corbin. Let's just say that annoyed Maria. Then on the July 11th episode of SmackDown, Maria was once again interrupted backstage when Sami Zayn was warming up.
Yeah, not.
And then we had, what was it? Sami Zayn attempted to apologise, got a slap, and then a glass vase smashed over his head. And then this past week on SmackDown, or this past Tuesday on SmackDown, the two of them faced off in a match which was won by Mike Kanellis, and a rematch has been made to take place this week, well, this Sunday at Battleground. Whilst I would say that, really, in my opinion, with the slight exception of the Sami Zayn Mike Kanellis match, because that's the match with the least story behind it, the pay-per-view has a decent match card with some very good stories behind them. We shall give you our reactions to Battleground in the coming week or so. Until then, and I've been Luis Rocha, and I will see you next time.